Hi everyone, this is Afshan from Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. Today I'd like to talk to you about titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide, if you start looking into your products, you'll probably find them perhaps in your eyeshadows, in your toothpaste, in your lipsticks. It's in a lot of products. And you'll be shocked to find that on the one hand, it's a suspected carcinogen or known carcinogen, depending on the country that you're living in. Some countries have labeled it a suspected carcinogen, others have labeled it as a known carcinogen, meaning it causes cancer. Okay, but nonetheless, it's in so many beauty brands that are labeling themselves clean beauty brands, safe beauty brands, safe for pregnancy beauty brands. Not in my products, you won't find it. But yes, believe it or not, it's everywhere. And even in some award-winning products that are just heralded as being from brands that, have been curated by marketplaces that only sell the cleanest and best products out there, right? And it's got titanium dioxide. So there must be some controversy. There must be some, how can this be possible? I'm going to break it down for you and make you understand so that you can make an informed decision. Let's go. So here's what the research says about titanium dioxide. When titanium dioxide was given to rats in their water, when, in other words, animals ingested the titanium dioxide, 40% of them developed 40%, that's a big percent, 40, developed pre-cancerous growths that, scientists and medical researchers believe can grow into cancer. So that's the first point. When ingested by the mouth, orally, it's not good. Number 2, you can also inhale titanium dioxide because titanium dioxide also comes in a nanoized version. In other words, it can be put into makeup via nanoparticles. Nanoparticles are extremely small particles, and so it's like the dust of titanium dioxide. So what kind of products might you find these in? Spray-on sunscreens, for example, blush, all the finishing powders, any kind of powder. You'll find nanoparticles of titanium dioxide. Nanoized, in other words, nanoparticles of titanium dioxide, actually are found in over 20,000 cosmetic products. You can also find them in a cream version in the form of lipsticks. And they're in a powder version in the form of eyeshadows, but also cream version, cream eyeshadows. I will tell you what I think about it. I think that the medical and research studies are pretty clear. If you ingest it via the mouth, if you inhale the nanoparticles, you will get cancer. End of story. Now, how can you tell if a makeup product has nanoparticles versus the non-nanoized version? You can't. You don't really know. It doesn't say nanoized. It doesn't say titanium dioxide nanoized particles versus non-nanoized. So already there's a problem there. I would err on the side of caution and just not use it if it says titanium dioxide. The fact of the matter is most sunscreens, even like topical dermal sunscreens, have nanoized particles in them, okay? And where else would you find them? You find it in lipstick, you find it in topical sunscreens, spray-on sunscreens, you find it in powder, so eyeshadow, powder, powder eyeshadow, powder blush, powder finishing powder. You find it in creams, like I said, lipstick, cream eyeshadow, cream blush. So do you want this stuff inside? Do you want it on your lips so you can eat a nice, croissant or hamburger or something and it gets on your food and you eat it and ingest it? I wouldn't. It's cancer causing. Would you want it on your eye so, you rub your eyes and some of it gets into your waterline and now it's getting in your system via your eyes? I wouldn't. Would you want it in the form of, like some powder? It says titanium dioxide in your finishing powder, your blush, your eyeshadow powder, and, maybe it's falling into your eyes, maybe you're inhaling it. Would you want that? I wouldn't. It's a carcinogen. So bottom line, if it's ingested or inhaled, it causes cancer. That's what this titanium dioxide does. What does it do to the unborn child? what happens to the unborn child when it's exposed to titanium dioxide from the mother? That's a good question to ask. Do we have studies on it? Yes, we do. If you scroll into my feed on Instagram, the Instagram handle is at Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics, you will find a couple of studies quoted, okay, and you'll find posts about it. And basically, titanium dioxide affects the unborn child in one of three ways. It affects negatively the nervous system, lungs, and neurological issues, neurodegenerative issues. So, it's really not a great ingredient to use in general, and I certainly wouldn't want to use it when I'm, if I were pregnant. Now, there are a couple of things you need to know, and I'm telling you because you're all very highly educated, highly able individuals who can get on Google and Google titanium dioxide, right? You can do this research yourself. I am just the bearer of bad news. I didn't write the research. So what you need to know is the research will also tell you that used topically, it doesn't penetrate very far into the dermis. So what a lot of beauty brands will tell you, they'll tell you things like, oh, but it's only an issue if, you ingest it as a food, because, when it's a food additive, or if you inhale it. And, we don't use it that way. Okay, stop. Some beauty brands do have it in their loose powders and in their spray-on sunscreens. And let me tell you, the campaign for Safe Cosmetics says don't use that stuff. If it's a loose powder, loose blush, loose eyeshadow, loose facial powder, setting powder, don't use it. You'll inhale it and it'll get into your system. It'll cause you lung cancer or like colon cancer. You don't want it, okay? And then they'll say, oh, but the colon cancer stuff is because it's a food additive or it's in toothpaste. Okay, stop. Titanium dioxide, whatever form it's in, is titanium dioxide. All right, number one. Number two, if you're putting it on your lips and you're eating a nice juicy hamburger made at home or McDonald's and the lipstick gets on the buns and you swallow it, where does it go? Does it go into your colon eventually? Yup. Is it a cancer-causing substance? Yes. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen? We are exposed to so many cancer-causing carcinogens. The FDA does not regulate them, does not ban them. In the United States, 11 ingredients are banned. In the European Union, over 2,000 are banned. So, what do you think, guys? You have to not just look at what you get from one product. You have to look at all of the many different types of cancer-causing ingredients that you are ingesting or inhaling every single day. And if you're pregnant, that you're getting your child exposed to. People say there's a difference, beauty brands, I'm saying people, but brands that use titanium dioxide say there's a difference between nanoized particles, like nanoparticles, and titanium dioxide straight. They say that, it doesn't penetrate the skin very far, and so if it's not nanoized, if it's not the nanoparticles, you can use it. What I say is it's up to you. I am just a bearer of information, and you can decide whether you want it in your stuff or not. It's a known carcinogen. Would you want it on your body in any form, nanoized or not? That's what I want to ask you. It's in so many beauty brands that I feel like I have to speak out. And I will be doing a series where I look at very popular, very, beauty brands that are found in Sephora and Target and, or high-end beauty brands, that charge you a lot of money that contain titanium dioxide. I will be doing a series on that. So follow my Instagram at Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. I will be talking about this issue in greater depth. The last thing I do want to say is a lot of these medical research studies do call for more studies. They'll say, oh, we don't have a long-term study on what happens if you keep applying titanium dioxide on your skin. It may, all they have is proof that it doesn't really penetrate the dermis very far. But the thing is, it's a carcinogen. So how much of the carcinogen can you keep applying on the top of your skin before the top of your skin develops cancer. I mean, let me put it this way. You all have dermatologists, right? Why don't one of you, or many of you as you can, pick up the phone, call your dermatologist and say, if I had a cream that had a known carcinogen in it, would you advise me to rub it on my skin if it didn't penetrate the dermis? Should I just say, hey, it doesn't penetrate the dermis very far, so it's not going to cause me cancer? Pretty sure, I have 19 physicians in my family, so I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to tell you what my family says, because I asked them. None of them are dermatologists, though. So go ahead and ask your dermatologist. Don't take my word for it. I said, look, cancer-causing means it affects the cells that it comes into contact with, and it mutates them, and they become cancerous cells. So the body has anti-cancer cells, that we have cells that actually fight off, make dead the cancer cells. They're like cancer-killing cells. But if we get repeated exposure, then, at some point, our bodies can't fight that as much as it could if we weren't getting so much repeated exposure and overexposure. And then that's why we need to limit exposure so that we don't end up getting cancer. So this is what it is. And now you guys can decide. I do just want to ask you guys to do me 2 little favors. 1, if you have the time, check your products for titanium dioxide. And if you find one, do me a favor, just take a snapshot of it and send it to me. Send me a photo. info@pregnancy-safe-cosmetics is the email, or you can send it on my Instagram. Okay? I'd love to see what I get. The other thing is, if you care about anything, any of the stuff I talk about, could you please share it on your social media? If you want this video or any other video, just email me or send me a message on Instagram telling me which one, and I will send you the video. And you can, for photos, you can just take screenshots of it and share it. But I'll send you the video, and if you could post it on your social media, if you can post it in your stories, both preferably, that would be great. It would help me get the word out on what is safe and what is not, because there's so much false information. It's just plain false. They'll tell you, you can Google pregnancy safe cosmetics, pregnancy safe makeup, and there'll be a million articles on it. And by the way, in the beauty industry, cosmetics means everything that touches your body. So baby wipes are considered cosmetics. So like shampoo, facial washes, everything. There's so much, this is pregnancy safe, this is pregnancy safe. It's not pregnancy safe, guys. It's not safe at all. It'll cause you cancer. Survey. Everyone loves Survey. It's got parabens in it. From one point of view or another, it's just not safe. We are updating our website this month. There are going to be over 50, if you count the essential oils, over 100 new, I'm telling you, ingredients on our list. Make sure, if you want an ingredients list to be emailed to you, I haven't even been emailing once a month newsletters. Sign up for a newsletter. As soon as we have the list of ingredients posted, we'll send it to you in PDF form. All you have to do is go to www.pregnancy-safe-cosmetics.com, go to the bottom of the page, and type in your email. I promise you, you won't even get once a month newsletter. We are not at that level yet to be able to come up with that level of emailing. Not to mention, I don't believe in it because I hate getting my email bombarded with more than once a month newsletters. So I'm going to just give you information as it comes out. And the other thing you can do is just, if you're not already following my Instagram account, follow my Instagram account at Pregnancy Safe Cosmetics. Definitely keep in touch with me, share my stuff, help the nonprofit part of my mission, which is to get the information out and as to what is and what isn't pregnancy safe. And as always, pregnancy, the period that I call pregnancy, starts with the trying to conceive phase and finishes in the 4th trimester when you're done nursing your infant and you're done healing. So all that range, all that time, pre-pregnancy, pregnancy, and nursing, for me, that's the time when you should be using things that are pregnancy safe and fertility friendly. And there you go. That's my little message for today. I know it was long. If you've gotten to this point, thank you for listening. Share this message and help me spread the news. Have a good day. Bye.